Good morning, Clear Lake. This is Fiesta Vlog number 2. It's easy to keep track when you only have single digits. So, for this video log, I always feel awkward saying vlog. I'm going to talk about mods on the Fiesta. Now, the Fiesta has gobs of torque because it's a 1.6 with a 22 psi or 21 psi overboost, and it only weighs 2,700 pounds. And so Ford's left quite a bit on the table. See, I'm already in 6, and there's that hold. I don't like that hold, RPM hold. And for me, I'm not going to mod it. Well, I'm not going to mod it, meaning I'm not going to go for power. I don't need more power than what's already on this thing. I mean, yeah, would more power be fun? Absolutely. But for me, I don't need it. So you can tune this car. There's quite a few tuners because it's turbocharged from the factory. Cobb and some others. And you can really get a lot of power out of this thing with an intercooler, maybe an intake. Downpipe's probably good. I think at this point, car manufacturers have gotten to the point where going catless just really doesn't net you anything. It's really just not that restrictive. Back in the day, that was the opposite. And it's just crazy how much power you can get out of a 1.6. Like, it's nuts. Talk about a high-strung motor, over 270 pounds of torque and a 1.6. It's just kind of unheard of. And, the only other motor I can think of is the Toyota motor and the Exige. I think that's a 1.8, but it puts down lots of power. That's a supercharged motor. But yeah, it's just nuts. And this car lends itself to being modded. It just seems like it takes on power no problem. Whereas the Focus, it seems like the Focus ST is almost maxed out. I've been, hearing a lot of cylinder number 4 just going from added mods, and that could be tuning. That could just be bad tuning. It could be a lot of things, but it seems like there just isn't that much more power. Now, I know if you go E85, you can get a lot more power, but the problem is, I guess, the high-pressure fuel pump can't keep up, where on the FRS, you can kind of cheat because you've got 8 fuel injectors on a 4-cylinder, whereas on the Focus, you only have 4. So you basically max out the high-pressure fuel pump, and then you got a bad problem to fix, because trying to find a replacement, it's not like they're easy to find. They're not just drop-ins. Some of them they are. I know on the Mazda 2.3, there's a replacement you can get. And I almost wonder if the high-pressure fuel pump from the Mustang can go into the Ford. Now, it'll be interesting to see what the Ford RS high-pressure fuel pump does. If you can get that and just swap it over, that would be awesome, because I'm sure that's got a higher pressure fuel pump. Back to the Fiesta. Over the weekend, I did a mod. Well, I did 2 mods, and one of them, I guess you could say, isn't really a mod. I got the windows tinted, because down here in Texas, it gets hot as shit. Hey, there's Rocket Park, Saturn V. What's really cool is you can go here for free. You just go to the guard shack and go, hey, I want to go to Rocket Park. And they're like, okay, go ahead. And then over here you see there's the shuttle, the fake shuttle. It's a real plane, but it's a fake shuttle, and for us to get a fake one kind of sucks. everybody in Houston was really pissed when it was revealed that we got a fake shuttle and not a real one. But we've got a Saturn V across the street, so does it make up? I guess so. So, windows tinted, and then what else did I get done? I did the FSwerks short shift kit, which is $80. It's like this thing that clamps onto the shift arm, and it moves basically these are linkage driven, cable driven, and so it's basically this like ball joint and a linkage connects to it, right? And so what it does is it moves it up and over a little bit, making it shorter. And the hardest part of the mod was getting the damn linkage off of the ball joint. Like, felt like I was going to break it. Of course, if you break it, you're fucked, because then you can't drive anymore. It's like, tow me to Ford so they can laugh at me because I broke the linkage off. So once I got that off, pro tip, needle nose pliers, 90-degree bent, the ones that look like this. Yeah, best thing ever. That totally made them come off like it was nothing. This road sucks. And so I got that off, and then it was kind of sketchy putting the other one on because it was so tight in there. I didn't want to. Of course, I dropped my Allen wrench, but luckily it landed on the transmission, and I was able to get it with my needle nose pliers. Now the problem is I can shift so fast, the RPMs don't drop fast enough. So I'm sitting here waiting for the engine to drop. But I'm not going to just sit here and power shift this thing every day. So, yep, basically just got to shift and wait. So maybe that's why they had such long throws, is to keep people from shifting faster than the RPMs can drop. I would love to put a lighter weight flywheel, but I guess this has a dual mass flywheel that might be tricky to swap, so I don't know. And again, I don't want to mod it. What's the point? So I'm in a conundrum. So skip shifting is really annoying. So if I take it up to 4th, up to like 5K, and then I go into 6, I just have to sit here and wait for the RPMs to drop before I can actually let the clutch out. But whatever. At least shifting isn't like a truck anymore. Future mods, I want to do the retrofit source. Oh god, here we go. Oh no, the retrofit source fog light kit. They're LEDs. They're bright as hell, and they have a cutoff that's very, very close to HIDs. If not, they look like HIDs. And of course, Ford doing the same thing that Scion did. Overseas, you can get this with halogen projectors on the headlights, and over here you get stuck with reflectors, which absolutely sucks because you can't retrofit them. And so my only options are fog lights or taking the headlights completely apart and then like retrofitting them the hard mode way by adding my own projectors, which I don't want to do. And I don't really drive that much at night, so doing that it's going to be a bit overkill for me, I think. So it's kind of frustrating because it's like, man, if Ford only didn't cheap out and had projectors, then I could have retrofitted them. Now, the only problem, again, with retrofitting this car is the damn headlights are glued shut, so I'd have to cut them open. It's not like the FRS. It's not like the FRS where I could just, bake them open and pop them apart real simple. What are you doing? Are you coming into my lane? I'd have to get the damn soldering iron out. This road is absolutely the worst. I mean, it's just like, ugh. Let's look at the new Corvettes and Camaros. It's too bad they don't make a Sonic, a hopped up Sonic. I wonder why. So, fog lights. And so I want to share with you the interesting user interface of how to turn the fog lights on this car. Now, if you've ever seen a Ford dial, it's over here. It's basically on, parking mode, headlights, and then there's an auto. I have an auto mode. Well, to turn the fog lights on, you pull the dial out. You know, it'd be like if you were using your oven, and to turn the oven on, you had to pull the dial out. It's really intuitive if you know how to use it. And if you don't, then it's like, how the hell do I turn the fog lights on? I sat there and looked at it for like 5 minutes, like, because there's an arrow, there's like a fog lights logo, and then an arrow that says down. And so I thought, well, I got to turn it all the way down. Well, that doesn't make any sense because then the headlights are off. So can you only use the fog lights when the headlights are off? Nope. You got to pull the whole knob out. And so what's actually really cool about that is I have it on auto mode, meaning the lights come on automatically. And so when I have it pulled out in auto mode, the fog lights come on with the headlights. I don't have to do anything. It's awesome. Like, that's really cool that the fog lights turn on automatically. This is probably a feature that almost all cars have, and here I am finally getting a car that has something, you know, other than brakes. And see, I even fucked that up. I cannot downshift into second on this car. For the life of me. It's just such a huge jump. It's like the FRS, but worse, because I'm still not used to the gas pedal. So I'm pumped for that, because that means if I do the retrofit source fog lights, then in theory I'll be increasing my headlights because they come on automatically, which is nifty. Man, I'd love to make this light. This light is so long. Other mods. I don't really have anything else that... Yes, I made the light. I don't really have anything else that I want to do. I think having... having some nice fog lights would be nice. See, you can see how much fun this car is to drive because it's got torque, you know? And if it didn't have torque, it'd be like, ugh, what's the point? Why am I driving this? I'm like skittish to rev match into second. I don't do it. I just stay in third and then hope for the best. Wait till it gets above 2K before I put my foot into it. Is that a Golf R? Looks like it. Coming across the double whites all the way. Pole position. It looks like, nope, it's a GTI. It's a GTI. Now, I heard that if you tune the car, certain tunes can affect the flywheel somehow. Like, there's a way it just... I don't know. Supposedly, if you get a tune, a certain kind of tune, it can make it easier to shift somehow. I don't know how it works. Is it an electronic flywheel? I don't know. And so, let's race the BMW. sure that BMW was like, what the fuck? This guy wants to race? He's in the turn lane. But I don't want to tune the car because then I'll lose the warranty, and it's like, ethical conundrum. That's not really ethical, but... And I know everyone's going to be like, well, if you tune the car, you can flash it back to stock and be fine. And it's like, yeah, but what if something breaks and I can't tune it back? And then there's the cost of tuning. Like, tuning's expensive as shit. I don't know how much a Cobb access port costs, but it's not going to be $150. I mean, it's going to be expensive as hell. Plus the cost of the tune. And then even if I do tune it, I don't want to have just a can tune. Like, I want to have a dyno tune. So I thought, you know, if I'm going to tune it, why don't I go to Cobb? And I think Cobb is in Austin, but I don't know if they do tuning there. Nice Cayman. If they do tuning in Austin, then I would just straight up drive to Austin and be like, here, tune my little pissant on the dyno for me. Has it got 30-day tags? Let's find out. Let's piss him off in the little Fiesta. Yep. I like the center exhaust. That's pretty cool. So, and I'm sure getting it dyno tuned would cost a fortune too. That's not cheap. The 350 is like, fuck, I'm out of my element. I got a Porsche behind me and then a little Fiesta. What the fuck's that Fiesta doing? Keeping up with the Porsche. Oh, he's got K&N stickers. That's when you know he's a racer driver. Got that K&N filter. This whole section of road is like absolutely a disaster. I'm gonna get off here because I don't feel like getting into all that construction. So, vlog 2, a whole bunch of rambling, but at least it's a POV video. I really, sometimes I hate driving with a GoPro strapped to my head just because I feel like everyone can see it and look at me and be like, that dude has a GoPro on his head. You know, and just be like, oh, did I just fuck up? Am I getting back on? Look at that. I'm getting back on 45. That was weird. Everybody's slowing down. Why are you slowing down? Go faster. Go faster, please. Oh, Jesus. Coming in. Oh, looks like I'm going to get off at Clear Lake City Boulevard. Or El Dorado. Oh, well. So, yeah, driving with the... I sound like I have ADD. I'm just like... Driving with the GoPro on my head, I just feel like I stick out. Like everyone's just like, is that guy retarded? But probably no one even notices or cares, and it's just me feeling self-conscious about having a GoPro. At least I have the GoPro Session, so it's small enough and it's black that it doesn't really... has a smaller footprint than the other ones. The other ones were so huge and they were silver, and it's like, damn it, GoPro, make it black. Like, it sticks out. I ended up painting mine to make it black. Wow, there's no exit here. So I can't even get off at El Dorado, huh? That's some shit. I am stuck. I guess I'm going to Houston. I'm going to step on the gas just a little bit. I'm straight up going to Houston. All because I missed one exit. Lovely. Alright. Yep, Clear Lake City Boulevard is the next exit. That's crazy. Home Depot, Chick-fil-A that's closed on Sundays. Oh well, at least I got a full tank of gas. Alright, let's try not to make that mistake twice and get back on. That would just suck. Wind up in Dallas. Hey guys, longest vlog ever. I just kept missing exits and suddenly I'm in Dallas. Alright, Fiesta Vlog 2. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and like for more videos. Hope you liked it. Peace.